All right. Hello, hello, coaches. I'm so excited for you all to watch me get hypnotized live today. I want to introduce you to the famous Mary Lee LeBay. She is my hypnotherapy instructor and mentor, and I took her course last fall in Seattle and got to learn how to be a hypnotherapist, and it's been mind-blowing for my own personal growth and development and using it in my own coaching sessions. And I thought today it would be really neat for us to do a live demo, because I always talk about all the time how amazing the world of hypnotherapy is, but I'd love for you all to witness and experience it firsthand and see Mary Lee do it on me. So I'm going to be really raw and vulnerable with you all. And this is going to be so fun. So Mary Lee, I'd love for you to introduce yourself as well.
Oh, thank you. So I'm Mary Lee LeBay. I'm an instructor of hypnotherapy and past life regression, and I've been instructing for about 23 years at two different universities, as well as now online with the live Zoom calls. I've written 5 books on hypnotherapy and past life regression. You could go to my website and see all my credentials. I'd rather just get started working on you, do the juicy stuff. But my website is maryleelabay.com, MaryLeelabay.com. You can check it all out there.
Perfect. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started since we don't have a lot of time today. So Mary Lee, this is exactly how you would do this with someone, whether it was in person or online, right? A real hypnotherapist.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. With you, I know I can put you into trance a little faster, so we'll probably move a little quicker than maybe somebody who this would be the very first session. But most of it would be pretty close to what we would do in a session. So let me ask you, what would be your goal for today? What, if you leave and you're doing your happy dance that, wow, you got to achieve something really, really cool for yourself, what would it be that I would deliver to you to have that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm a life coach and business mentor, and I work with women all the time, teaching them how to really put themselves out there and to sell in their businesses each week and to generously give themselves price raises. But I found lately, I feel like I'm being a little hypocritical because I really haven't been doing that myself. And I feel like there's some kind of fear or block getting in the way of me really sharing my offers more regularly and consistently. And so I kind of just want to have more clarity around what's getting in the way of that.
Okay, and when I look down like this, it's because I'm making notes. So people don't think I'm off doing something else. Okay. All right, good. And when we achieve that goal today, how will we know that we've arrived? Like, what would be shifted inside of you, or what would happen to give us that indication?
I think for me that I would walk away feeling excited for, okay, next week, I know that I'm going to, talk about and share these offers. And not feel like any heaviness or like that pit feeling in my stomach. Like I'm going to be like, okay, I'm ready to go. I know why I'm doing this. And like, for me, it's all about that feeling excited and feeling aligned that really motivates me to do things.
Okay. So you get a pit feeling in your stomach sometimes?
Yeah, either like in my throat, in my heart chakra, or my stomach.
Okay. All right. Are you ready to get hypnotized? And I assume that we have permission to do this in a public manner online here.
Absolutely. I'm going to get nice and comfy.
And while you're doing that, I'll have to say that I am working with my clients over Zoom. So, and teaching, in conjunction with the online training, I do the Zoom call support. So working over Zoom with hypnotherapy is just as effective. We have great results, and we can do it just like this. I can keep my eye on the person, and just like in the office, they would have their eyes closed, so it doesn't matter where their environment is. And we also know about energy, so we can connect energetically, even from a distance, Now, can you hear me just as well? And
Yep.
okay. And is your volume turned up just to make sure I can hear you well?
Yep. Volume's all the way up.
Okay, great. All right. So let's take a nice deep breath and just settling in, getting comfy, making all the adjustments, and then just allowing your body to sink into the couch and allowing it to fully support you so that you can just relax all of your muscles. And if you're listening at home, be sure you're not driving a car or operating heavy equipment. I don't want you to go into trance with Krista, but you can go into trance with Krista if you would like. Just be in a safe environment. And as you settle in, yes, taking that nice breath, allowing your breath to find its own natural pace. And as you relax deeper and deeper, I invite you to imagine your favorite safe space, a place of relaxation, protection, and connection. And it may be a place that you have visited in this lifetime or a place that you go to in your imagination that allows you to feel free to be yourself. And as you find yourself in that safe space now, how would you describe that to me?
In the jungle. It's next to a waterfall. The water is really warm and sparkling.
I am going to tell you that it's very hard to hear you. It's not going to record well. Would it be possible to bring your device over closer to you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to get real close. Let's try it now. So just closing your eyes again and telling me about your safe space.
Okay. So my safe space is in a jungle, and it's next to a running waterfall. And the water is blue and sparkling and warm. And I'm sitting on a rock next to the waterfall, and I'm by myself. And I notice a lot of green foliage around me, and it's very just quiet and peaceful and serene.
Wonderful. And so as you explore this safe space, looking around, becoming accustomed to it, feeling the energy, you discover that there is a gift that has been left there for you, a gift of empowerment that will bring you certain characteristics and energy that will be so valuable for you today. And as you discover this gift, what is it?
It's a arrowhead, and it's made out of stone, and it's really smooth and glassy looking and brown.
Did you say arrowhead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. And so when you take this arrowhead into your hands, how does that feel? What happens to you internally?
I feel strong and like a warrior when I hold it. I feel focused and relaxed.
And if it were like a Harry Potter magical item, how would you use this in your life, or when would you access this in your business, in your life?
I would hold on to it before I had to do something that I was nervous or scared, like maybe a sales call or a big presentation.
Okay. And is there anything else you know about this arrowhead or its use?
It was used by people before me. It was used by maybe other tribes. So it has like a special energy to it. It's not just a rock, but it's actually an element of the earth that has been blessed.
Mm, awesome. And so holding this arrowhead, finding a place to be relaxed for a meditation there in the jungle, as you begin to meditate, settling in and calling upon all the memories that you have of meditating from any lifetime, and allowing yourself to synchronize with that frequency. And as you go deeper and deeper, and as I count from 3 to 1, allowing yourself to be teleported to a sacred healing space, a place that is filled with dense energy that is there just for your healing and growth. 3, 2, 1. And as you find yourself in that sacred healing space, how would you describe that to me?
In the sky, in the clouds, like a glass box, and I'm not distracted by anything or anyone here. It's very light and open.
And I want you to lay your hands on something there just to really ground yourself in this sacred healing space. And what is it you touch?
I touch the floor, that's made of glass, and I can see the earth below me.
And just what is that experience like for you?
It's a little scary being that high in the sky. I like pressing the cold glass on my hands. It feels smooth. And I like that there's not a whole lot around me to distract me, that I can just think and be quiet and not be disrupted.
Uh-huh. And when you feel the scariness of being so high up there, is that similar or different from the pit in your stomach or the sensation in your throat and heart you get when you are going to do a major move in your business?
Yeah, it feels like the same feeling.
It's similar or same feeling?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like for you to begin to meditate there in your sacred healing space, surrounded by all that dense energy that's there to support you. And I want you to, as you settle in and meditate, I would like for you to access that feeling now, and particularly the pit feeling that you had mentioned earlier. And, if you just think about making those calls or that presentation or taking a step in your business that is a little bit outside your comfort zone and you get those nervous feelings, um, if you were to access that right now, what would you be noticing in your body?
It's a feeling like from my throat down to my heart, and it's like a squeezing feeling. Feels heavy.
Okay. Anything else you're noticing?
It almost feels like when I'm on a roller coaster, too, when you're going down the big hole where you're going upside down. And just this really kind of like adrenaline rush, thrill, scared feeling in the body.
Okay. And if that sensation that you're experiencing now had a shape and a color to it, if it were in the form of an object that was creating that sensation, what would that look like?
Feels like a metal pole that's hollow on the inside.
I'm sorry, a metal what?
A metal pole.
A pole?
Yeah.
P-O-L-E? Uh-huh.
And it's hollow on the inside, but it's really strong and cold and hard.
Okay. And if you could telepathically communicate with that pole, what would it tell you it's doing there? What purpose does it think it has?
It like holds me back in some way, so that I can't move forward. It's like it anchors me to the ground. It keeps me held back.
And why does it say that it's doing that? What purpose does it want to achieve for you?
I think it wants to just protect me and keep me from going into the unknown, keep me safe.
And so what benefit do you have of having the pole there?
It almost feels like a reality check. Like, should we do this? Is this okay to do this at this time? Is this going to conflict with anything else? Or is this going to hurt anybody else? So it's kind of like a reminder in a way.
Okay. And so what is the downside, the detriment of having this pole there?
Is that it can feel heavy and it can keep me anchored back and not moving forward in the way that I really want to sometimes.
And if that pole was removed, if it was gone, what would be the benefit of that?
I would just be doing all kinds of things without stopping, like moving fast forward at lightning speed, because there'd be nothing holding back.
And what would be the detriment of that?
It feels like it would be almost a little bit too fast, like too chaotic. Not checking in with family or friends or loved ones or my family. Like I'm just like don't care, and I'm just completely ungrounded.
So would you say that it's true for you that a part of you would like to remove the pole and a part of you may want to hold it there?
Yes.
Okay, so let's put each of those parts on one of your hands. So one hand has the part that wants to keep the pole there, and the other hand has the part that wants to remove it. And so which hand wants to keep the pole?
The right hand.
And the left wants to remove it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so separating those two parts, have them on their respective hands. And when you've done so, we're going to have a little debate between the two of them. They can each express fully what it is that they want to achieve. And so let's start with the right hand, who's kept the pole there all this time. And right hand, if you could fully express yourself, your wishes and desires and goals for keeping this pole there, what would you want to tell us? What should we know?
Oh, the reason the pole is there is to remind you to slow down and to remember other people's needs around you so you don't focus only on yourself and your business all the time. And it's like an anchor, and it weighs you down sometimes in a good way. So that way you just don't go so fast.
Anything else you'd like to say, right hand?
If you grow too fast, you get so many new clients and followers and subscribers and money, you might get overwhelmed. You might not know what to do with it all, especially with having a new baby.
Anything else?
And it's afraid of hurting people or leaving people behind in the dust. And I'm only thinking about myself.
And so coming out of the right side and over to the left side, what would the left side want to say?
If I didn't have this pole weighing me down, then I would take bigger risks and invest more money and take bigger chances for bigger rewards and faster growth in my business, more visibility, more speaking opportunities, more money. I would just go for
it. Okay. Anything else you want the right hand to know about? Any other reason why that pole should go?
Left hand says I'm ready for this, and I've spent years of prepping and training for this moment, and investing and going to school, and that I am ready. I really am ready to handle this, and I have good support and resources, and that the money is always available, and it's going to come. It's going to flow to me.
Okay. So coming out of the left and back over to the right side. Right hand, what do you want to say about this?
You don't have to go that fast. You can just enjoy being a new mom for a while. And there's so much time to work and grow the business. And you can still work on getting extra skills and opportunities in before you really take things to the next level. And you don't have to pressure yourself or push yourself to be famous or well known or as big as sometimes you think you want to be.
Okay, so coming back over to the left side, left hand, how would you respond to that?
It says all that's true, but you might also be hiding behind that because you're scared. You're scared to really put yourself out there. And the quicker that I grow my business and make more money and I can help more people and I can bring in more money so my boyfriend doesn't have to work as hard and gives our family more cushion to do things that we feel like we can't do right now. So having the speed and things happen quickly doesn't have to be a bad thing, but it can get us to where we want to be quicker.
So right hand, how would you respond to that?
Says that Kyle may not be ready for all that either. Maybe you want things more for him than what he wants. for himself right now. So even though you're ready, maybe he's not ready for all this. Maybe my baby's not ready either. Maybe it just takes time for all of us to be on the same page and to take things to the next level.
And left hand, how would you respond to that?
I don't think you're ever going to feel fully ready to grow or expand or take things to the next level. You're always going to find some reason or excuse. And the only way that you're ever ready is when it just happens, just like with having a baby. And you adjust as you get there. But if you wait to be ready, you're always going to find some reason to not be ready.
And right hand, what's your response?
The right hand agrees to that, and also feels that the universe will never give you more than you can handle at one time. And so whatever new opportunities present themselves, I'll be ready. And if I feel like I'm not ready, I'm still in control, and I have lots of people to help me to work through it and to talk through it, coaches and therapists and friends, and who can help me.
So would you say that the right and left hands are coming to an agreement?
Yeah, they are.
What would that agreement sound like?
That it's okay to share your offerings and services more consistently, and as a result, more people will want to work with me and want to pay me. And if things get too crazy or too hectic, I can always slow them down, or I can pause for a little bit, or I don't have to say yes to everything that pops up. Yeah.
Okay, so would they both agree to this?
Yeah.
Okay, so just for me to be clear, does the right hand, would that change the pole at all? Would the right hand agree to either change the pole or remove it?
No, it doesn't want to remove it, but it would like to change it.
Okay, so what would the right hand, how would the right hand change it?
To make it more like flexible or bendable versus so stiff and rigid and hard.
Okay, and will it do that now?
Yeah.
Okay, so as it makes the pole flexible, how does that feel inside of you?
It feels more at ease and like I can do this and have fun with this and not be so worried about what has or hasn't happened yet.
Okay, and so does that feel comfortable to both the right and the left hands?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring the right and left hands together so that they can unify and be one with this new direction and this new way of being. And as they come together energetically and or physically, integrate that into your body, this new direction, this new way of being, integrating it into your body, into your heart, into your mind, and your energetic field, your spirit. And how does that feel?
It feels lighter. I feel like I can breathe deeper, and I trust myself and I trust the universe in a bigger way.
Uh-huh. So let's just imagine for a moment. Well, actually, let's have you imagine a version of you standing in front of you that has, fully engaged in this new way of being now. And this Krista that's in front of you is a little bit down the timeline, or maybe in a close by parallel universe, but she's real, and she's already really accustomed to operating on this new level of being able to, um, let's see what you said, um, you know, be excited for a plan and for your offers, and be able to, operate without this fear and this tightness inside of you. And so she's the Krista that you would like to be moving forward. And as you look at her there in front of you, how would you describe her?
She still looks very similar to how I look right now, where she wears a messy bun on her head most days and wearing yoga clothes, but she has an older baby, like a toddler, and more tattoos and a little bit more of like a rebellious, I don't give a fuck spirit, and more confident, and she's more well known and famous on the internet for her work. Um, and she's got more people working under her and on her team. And she's really organized, and she's really clear and confident on her vision.
So as I count from 3 to 1, I want you to imagine slipping out of your body and into her body, so that your feet are in her feet, your arms are in her arms, and you're looking out at the world through her eyes and her energy field. 3, 2, 1. And what does it feel like to be in this new, improved Krista?
So her life is crazy busy, but in a good way. And she's just so like confident of her plan, and she makes a lot of money because there's a lot of people who want to work with her and know about her, and she's not afraid of that. She's not afraid to have that success, and she's got a lot of help, a lot of people who want her to succeed. It's a really cool feeling of having a family and being so grounded, but also so successful at the same time.
And so, would you like to remain in her and proceed in life from this perspective?
Absolutely.
Okay. So your job will be to just stay in this perspective and operate from this center. And so each morning when you wake up, take a few minutes, make sure that you're in the new, improved Krista. Allow her to get you out of bed and start your morning routine. Allow her to make your choices throughout the day. And at the end of the day, making sure that you're in the new Krista. So, as you go into your dream time. And if at any point in the day you feel like you've moved back to old habits, you can just stop, imagine the new Krista, take a breath, and step right back in and carry on. It's never a failure. It's just an adjustment. And so if you were to remain in this new, improved Krista each and every moment of the future, how do you think this weekend just this weekend will be different than it would have been otherwise?
Well, I usually like to think about the upcoming week on the weekends and what I'm going to do and plan. And I think knowing that no bad things can happen from talking about the things I love and the things that I offer, that it's okay. I can give myself permission to talk about the things I'm excited about with my online audience without being worried.
And if you were to remain in this new improved Krista each and every moment of the future, how do you think next week will go then when you implement all of that plan?
I have more people interested in reaching out to work with me or want to get on the phone with me, which is fine because there's a lot of hours in the day and I can make that happen. And I love what I do. I love my business, so it's okay for it to get busier.
And if you remain in this new improved Krista each and every moment of the future, how do you imagine the next month going till maybe the middle of September?
I might have to delegate more and give more tasks to my VA, which is okay because it's more money for her and her family and takes more things off my plate. I get really scared to delegate. I try to do a lot of things myself, but the busier I get, the more that I can hire people, have people help me, and give them things to do and pay them well. And that frees up my time and my energy.
And if you were to remain in this new improved Krista each and every moment of the future, how do you imagine, life will be when in 3 months from now, we'll be heading into the holidays?
Well, I'll be bringing in anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 each month in the different streams of revenue, and I'll be able to pay people really well to help me. All my private client slots will be booked out, and we'll sell out our public speaking academy, and we're going to go on lots of nice trips on the weekends to relax and take a break from work. That would be an amazing, amazing life for me and my family.
Excellent. So we've come to the end of our session. Is there anything else that you would like to do before we close for today?
Oh, the one other thing I didn't talk about was my book. My book will be fully released out into the public by then, and it's going to be received well by people, and it's going to help a lot of people all over the world. Even though I'm nervous about that, I'm nervous because it's really raw. The stories in it are really raw and vulnerable, and there's a semi-nude picture of me on the cover. But I think it's going to be received well by the people who are ready to read it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So remaining, asking the subconscious mind to continue to bring you insight, wisdom, and understanding in the days and weeks to come to support you in your new way of living. As I count from 1 to 5, returning here to the present moment, refreshed, alert, and aware. 1, 2, 3, coming up. 4, aware of this time and space. And 5, fully alert and aware and returned here to the present moment. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome. We used about 7 different techniques during that. How do you feel? Do you think we achieved our goal?
We did. It's funny because at the beginning, I thought I was going to be afraid to to share and sell more in my business because I was going to annoy people. But really, I realized it's a fear of success, and it's a fear of getting too busy and getting too overwhelmed, which I wasn't actually expecting that.
Uh-huh. That's good to have that realization, to know where that fear is coming from.
Yeah.
One of the things I teach my students in class is that you're doing them a favor, doing people a favor to let them know what you do. If all the brands, like that drink you just had, if they never advertised, maybe something that you really enjoy or could use for your nutrition or whatever, if they never advertised or put themselves out there, you would never know. And so, think of all the things that we appreciate when people tell us about it, right? Like last night, we had another couple over for dinner, and they told us a bunch of resources that were valuable. And then we shared some resources with them, some products we use. And it was awesome. But you have to get the word out there, just like you. So yeah, that fear of telling people is just a disservice to them, really. They need to know, and they can make up their own minds about it, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So how are you feeling? Are you excited about this coming week and the months?
I am. Yeah, I feel like whatever the universe throws at me, I'm resourceful and I'm capable of asking for help. And if I need to bring in, more people to help me watch my baby or to help me run my business, like it's okay to do that.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So you were in my last class for hypnotherapy, my last live class. So now everything is online, and with the Zoom calls of that I support and I teach, and I do demos like this during the class for the students to watch, so they can see how the different techniques are incorporated and how we can go from point A to point B. That was maybe about 30-minute session. It wasn't even an hour, and we've had this beautiful breakthrough.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to assume that you're going to post the link for people to check out the training.
Yeah. So just to let everyone know who's watching this right now, either live or on the replay. So the training that I attended last fall with Mary Lee in Seattle, she's now moving this all virtually. I'm assuming kind of probably due to COVID, and then also just to make it more accessible to people all over the world, which is awesome. So now I really becoming a hypnotherapist is such an amazing way to expand your coaching practice. And it's a way where you're going to help your clients to get deeper results and breakthroughs. It's going to make you stand out from other coaches. It's going to make you more hireable. You're going to make more money. What coach doesn't want that? And so I wanted to, I want everyone to know about this training that I went through because it was so amazing for me. And so I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. And you guys can get started with that right away. You can get signed up, start taking the online, modules tonight if you want. And the reason we're telling you about this right now is because Mary Lee's going to be raising the price starting tomorrow. It's going to go up by $1,400. So we want you guys to save as much money as possible. So Mary Lee, do you want to just tell them a little bit about like what is involved with the online course and then the live Zoom calls you offer?
Mm-hmm. So the live or the online course, like Krista said, you can start immediately studying. We went over about 7 or 8 techniques in Krista's session today, and in the training you'll learn probably at least twice that many. all these different techniques that are going to help people from everything from physical pain to emotional pain to mental issues to spiritual issues, including the past life regression and helping people find their purpose, which is going to be amazing for coaches because until you really know your purpose, you're kind of going in whatever direction. But you would have the tools to help each and every one of your clients really understand what their soul purpose is and how to get there. And then to get have breakthroughs for all of the, blocks, like the block that we worked on today. So you're going to learn all of that. And then starting September 15th, I have the Zoom live calls, and there's 7 that are included with each time, if you sign up, if you register for the course, you get 7 of these calls. They're 3 hours each. In September, the calls would accommodate people all the way from Australia, New Zealand, all the way to the Caribbean, the eastern coast of the United States. In October 13th, calls start that would comfortably accommodate people from the west coast of the United States all the way over to the Middle East. So I've made the hours so that pretty much anyone around the world could participate if they chose to do so. So the calls, I do demos like this. I do the live teaching that supports what they're learning in, or what you're learning in the online course. I answer all their questions. They can also submit forms with their practice sessions where I give them personal feedback. I'm the only instructor. I'm the only person you deal with, where there's a lot of other online courses that, first of all, don't teach you as many techniques. You may be passed off to various teachers. You might have to deal with administrators in order to get questions answered. Here, it's very boutique. I am the instructor. I'm the one that you're always going to deal with. And then we have a Facebook page where only my students and graduates go. I monitor that, other students. So people put their challenges or their revelations. I post referrals. People can ask questions. Other students can participate and answer the questions. I always answer the questions as well. So we have this ongoing community. So you'll have support for the rest of my life for as long, and you can go back and review the online course. So you'll be able to go back and access the course for years to come. And that way, if you think, oh, I can't remember how that went, or let me see how that went again, I want to access that. So you're going to get an incredible education.
Yeah, I was surprised by how easy it was after the training to start using it immediately in my coaching sessions, because you gave us all the scripts to use. And I still access the online course all the time, and like new new situations arise, or I go into your private Facebook group and ask for more. So it's so nice to be able to have that even after the training.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you mention scripts, I teach the structure of these techniques, like building a house. You have the structure there. But as you saw in the demonstration, we don't use scripts. We don't make suggestions. It's very organic, and we just flow through the session very organically. So it helps to enhance your intuition. And it's very client-centered. So the scripts are really for learning and for accessing to remember the structure of the technique. But it is very client-centered, very organic, what I teach you. So it's much more, it's very unique from what is being taught out there, where you have to look for scripts and implant suggestions and go through a lot of that. So I think it's more effective, actually.
Definitely. Yeah, so if any of you have any questions, put it in the comment section, and then me or Mary Lee will come back and answer it for you, because I know Mary Lee is a member in this Facebook group. And like I said, I will put the link in here. And if you guys are really, serious about doing this, I would recommend signing up today. Hours, and there's a lot of other things you can do with $1,400, but
Right.
this course it's absolutely it's worth it, even for your end up using the hypnotherapy or teaching it to other people, or using your coaching sessions. Like, you yourself just get so much clarity, and you find your purpose, and the breakthroughs and the aha moments just by being in Mary Lee's energy and being on those live Zoom calls. You're just going to change and grow so much of yourself as a person too. So that was the thing I enjoyed the most. Was not only was I getting to learn this valuable skill to use with my clients, but it was helping me.
Yeah. People get wonderful breakthroughs when they go through this training. And you're practicing with other students and other graduates. And during that practice session, you can work through a lot of your own issues, just like we did with Krista today. These are the techniques you'd be learning. And so if you have those kinds of issues, you would have people that would be working on you as well and helping you to have your breakthroughs in whatever area of your life.
All right. Well, I won't take up any more of your time, but thank you so much for doing this today, Mary Lee. This was amazing. I love someone said you can see it all over her face. She looks so light and airy. And yeah, absolutely. I can't wait to tell you in the next couple of weeks about all these new clients and this new money that I'm going to be bringing in now that I've had this.
We're excited to hear your results. Yeah, and if people have questions for me, put them in the chat box there, or you could also call me directly with questions. You could text me at 425-562-7277, and we could set up a call. If you just need that last, understanding before you hit the button to register for the class, go through her link and take a look at the description, because I'll answer, a lot of questions will be answered there. And then if you still have questions, give me a text and we'll set up a call so that you can get in on this amazing opportunity.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Mary Lee. Thank you so much for everyone who just witnessed this right now. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor to be here, and can't wait to hear more from you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.